Welcome to today's video, and today's video is about dysfunctional families. Were you part of one? And if you were, you're in the majority. So welcome to the club. So growing up in a dysfunctional family, and I want you to think about your family and how that went. Okay. My family was definitely dysfunctional for sure, and I'll go into how in this article. So let's get started. Do you have a dysfunctional family? Probably. And you aren't in the majority. The term dysfunctional family, once used only by professionals, has become popular. Unfortunately, it has. Dysfunctional families used to be used only by professionals have become popular jargon in America, where dysfunctional families are the norm due to culture, values, or lack thereof. There's not too many values left out here. A high divorce rate for sure. For you men who are married, I feel sorry for you, bro. I want you men to think about something. Look, I know some of you men are lonely, and my heart goes out to you. All right. This is a channel for men. All right. So listen, fellas, we need to take care of our trauma so we can get stronger as men. All right. Some of us didn't get taught how to quell our anger because you weren't allowed to be a kid even in school. All right. Girls could be just girls, and boys had to be given drugs because, ADHD, you mean he's just a boy. Boys aren't girls, so they're not going to sit down like girls do. Okay. Girls do their studying and this and that. That's great. But what y'all are missing is the part where boys get to be boys. Boys learn different. Like, boys are going to play with other boys, and we're going to fight, and we're going to find out who's the best and this and that, and find where in the totem pole you find yourself at. It's very important for young boys, to be outside, to, break an arm, go out there and set shit on fire. Boys are not led to be boys because guess what? Most likely your mother, right? If you come from a single mother home, guess what your mom probably did? She probably got the large sum of money to drug your brother. You see, if you're a young boy and you come from a single mom, most likely your mom was given $300 to $800 for the state to give you ADHD medicine. So the state paid your mother to drug you for money. And that's the fucking truth, because that's what's going on to men. You see, but then women complain about men. What's wrong with men? It's your mothers. It's women who are making these men, because there's no men to raise these boys, because there's not one woman. There's very few women that raise men. Very few. Okay. I can think of one or two right at the top of my head, but that's very few. Okay. We know the statistics of single mother homes. All right. So a healthy family is a safe haven. Was your home a safe haven? Most likely not. 70% of us, go through some sort of abuse. A place of sustenance and nurturing that has an air of openness, spontaneity, and playfulness, and allows for freedom of expression. There may be occasional arguments and expressions of anger, but peace returns and individuals feel loved and respected. Did that happen in your family? Hell, it didn't happen in my family. If you've gone through narcissistic abuse, hey, nice to meet you. My parents were narcissistic people, and they still are. especially my MOM is a narcissist, and it's heartbreaking because, you know, I don't want her to be the way she is, but she is who she is. She really didn't teach us anything, You know what, man? I want you to think about this, okay? And I mean this out of the kindness of my heart. It's just a question for most of you men, all right? So, most of your life, okay, you grew up with a woman telling you what to do. Your mom told you what to do. Your sisters told you what to do. Your aunts told you what to do. Your female cousins told you what to do, all right? The ladies at church told you what to do. The teachers at school told you what to do. Your girlfriend told you what to do. Your wife now is telling you what to do. So, are you really a man? Just asking a question that you can think of. That you can think about, brother. Are you? Because these women really don't treat you like that you are, okay? So just think about it. Most men out there have been told what to do by women all the time. It functions smoothly like a well-running company. Excuse me, sorry. Let me start that again. A healthy family is a safe haven, a place of sustenance and nurturing that has an air of openness, spontaneity, and playfulness, and allows the freedom of expression. You see, what my narcissistic MOM was doing is, you see, when narcissistic mothers, they want you to just feel one way, how they feel. You see, what they didn't do is, son, it's okay that you feel the way you feel. And it's okay if you don't feel the same way I feel, because that's healthy. Because we should allow children to, have openness, spontaneity, and playfulness, and allows the freedom of expression. But that didn't happen in your house. You see, just like in my house. Nothing's really talked about. Nothing gets fixed. Everything gets put under the carpet, and then nothing ever gets fixed. That's what's wrong with the Hispanic community, all right? That's what's killing you guys. It's terrible because, nothing ever gets fixed. So there may be occasional arguments, expressions of anger, but peace returns and individuals feel loved and respected. I already read that, but I just wanted to get you to hear that again. Jack Welch, a former CEO of General Electric. Now, this here is going to kind of explain a healthy work environment, and you can just equate this to your family and see if it happened. Anyways, General Electric transformed a company that had a closed, inward-focused mentality and unresponsive bureaucracy and communicative employees. He realized the importance of making each employee feel like a valued participant. Did you feel like a valued participant in your family? Hell no, right? So, whose voice mattered and prided himself on having an open door policy that encouraged freedom of expression. Welch democratized the company, giving thousands of employees regular opportunities to change their supervisors and shares their ideas in decision making. Hey, were you part of decision making in your family? No, right? No, you didn't matter. You just go over there. This employment style resulted in a surge of performance and employee satisfaction. Was there children's satisfaction at your home? No, right? No. They felt part of a team and that their voice mattered. If you didn't feel like you mattered when you were a child, you have to fix that. How? By actually feeling the memories. What am I talking about? Like, there's sometimes intrusive thoughts that come into my mind about things that I did in the past. All right. And what do we like to do? Kick them right out and not feel them and not sit in the feelings. Hey, I also have to work on things too. So when I get intrusive thoughts, my first response is to try to get rid of them. But, I've learned that you have to process it, feel it, and that way your body releases it, because if not, that memory is still held in the body. Okay? So he abhorred secrecy and denial and wanted problems faced and solved. He wanted employees who were free thinkers and outspoken about their ideas and beliefs, even when uncomfortable. See what I'm saying? You weren't allowed to have your own thoughts, your own ideas, right? So let's see. When it might sting, employees were given direct feedback, positive or negative, and they in turn evaluated their bosses. He organized debates and problem-solving training. We didn't get anything in our family, right? Nothing like that, right? So GE was a model of an open system, both inside and out. It looked worldwide for new ideas for other companies and shared the knowledge it gained, which motivated its suppliers. Of course, a family shouldn't function to maximize production and profit, but you can readily see that Welsh idea of openness, direct communication, and egalitarianism enhanced employee self-esteem. How is your self-esteem because you had a narcissistic mother or father? It may be not that great, okay? So, symptoms of a dysfunctional family, okay? You're watching Let's Talk About It with Mario Vega, and this is a show where you're going to hear topics like this, and also, some abuse, some alcohol abuse, some porn addiction, and things like that. I suffered with all these things throughout my life. I no longer watch P-Hub. I'm basically on monk mode, meaning I don't release and things like that, And why am I saying these things? It's because I want you to be here, man, okay? I want you to think that, I want you to think that you can find relief, okay, from porn addiction and going to those sites and doing what you go do those things and things like that. It can be done. What it took for me, all right, if you really want to get relief, the only way I found relief is by reaching out to a higher power. Now you call it whatever, but I call it God, all right? My life was shit for a very long time, right? 12 years ago. I was at the end of my rope. I gave my life to God because I was driving the car and I was fucking it up, so I'm saying that to say that I'm here because I shouldn't be here. I made it through my addictions. I made it through all sorts of things that some of you are going through, and I made it, and I'm here. All right. And I want you to find relief also, okay, and have a good, healthy life. Because when you drink, then you watch P-Hub, and then the cycle starts all over again and things like that. The key is retaining your essence, all right? I want you to do that. Try that for a week. Try that for a month. It changes your life, bro. It does, okay? And I'm here sharing these things because I want you men to know about these things, because you deserve to be strong, all right? Dysfunctional families. Let's get back to the article. In dysfunctional families, members have lower self-esteem and tend to be codependent. Some of the symptoms are described below. Okay, denial. Denial is the way to ignore or pretend that a painful reality doesn't exist. Parents try to act normal amidst family problems and crises, such as a parent abuse, a parent's absence, illness, or alcoholism. It never gets talked about. You see what I'm saying? Nor is the problem solved. This makes children doubt their perception and sends a message that they cannot talk about something strange and frightening even to each other. See what happened? Same thing in my family. It's terrible. You know, a closed system. A closed family, unlike GE, won't allow differing or new ideas to be discussed among members or with outsiders. Members aren't allowed to talk about the family to others. You see what I'm saying? And might not allow guests from another race or religion. This happens in the Hispanic community. I'm sure it happens in all communities, but I'm part of this community. We're part of, we're white, but it's part of the Hispanic community. Some families are isolated and don't interact with the community because they have fucking secrets. That's why they're so secretive. Ugh, I can't stand that shit. Secrets, gossip. Bitches do gossip. And there's plenty of men who are a bunch of bitches who do gossip. I can't stand that shit. You just can't be honest? You can't be real? Right. You fucking can't. Secrets. Some secrets are kept for generations. Fuck yeah. About the family shame. You see? Nobody wants to deal with the shame. Nobody wants to talk about the shame. That's why I made this channel for men, so you can come here and listen to some of these things and understand that we all need help, because no one's helping you out, bro. All right? What are they saying? You need to do all the work. You need to get married. You need to let your wife go out and get banged and all this other shit they want you to do. Say no to all that shit. Some secrets are kept for generations about the family shame, whether addictions, violence, criminal activity, sexual issues, or mental illnesses. The shame is felt by children, even when they don't know the secret. Dysfunctional communication. This can take many forms, from an absence of communication to verbal abuse. Talking is not the same as functional communication, which involves listening, respect, assertiveness, and understanding. Did you see any of that in your family growing up? Probably not, right? In dysfunctional families, communication is neither assertive nor open. People don't listen, and verbal abuse predominates. All right? Predominates. Children are afraid to express their thoughts and feelings and are often blamed. That's why I made this channel for men, so you can share your thoughts and feelings. And are often blamed, shamed, and scolded for self-expression. You see, that's what's going on in my world. You see, when you have the balls to do what you want to do, you have haters who will come out and trying to shame you for expressing yourself. Okay? They are told directly or indirectly not to be what they feel and may be labeled as sassy, bad, dumb, lazy, or selfish. You see, I have people saying all sorts of shit about me. And guess what? Don't care. Don't care. Because, I know more than you do. And that's what pisses you off. They learned not to question their parents and not to trust their perceptions and feelings. You see what I'm saying? Not to trust yourself. So if you're an adult and you never really got the nitty gritty down with your family and you never learned how to communicate, see what I'm saying? Rigid rules. I'm sure there was rigid rules. You bend my rules, whack. Things like that. In some families where there is physical or mental illness, parents are too lax or irresponsible. Children lack guidance, for sure, dude. Both of my parents, they didn't teach us anything. My mom might have taught my sisters, like most women do, teach their daughters how to fuck over a man. But a man is told that, he's going to find love and you're going to find the right one. That's why men are suffering today, because they've been sold a bullshit lie, just like women with feminism. All right. They have men falling in love and women in business. That's how this is. So a lack of guidance and don't feel safe and cared for. Generally, however, there are restrictive and sometimes arbitrary rules. Many are unspoken. There are no room for mistakes. Some parents take over decisions that children should make and control their hobbies. Ugh, hell no. School causes, to control their habits, school courses, friends, and dress. Natural independence is seen as disloyal and abandonment. Oh my God, that is so true, bro. They prohibit talking about things deemed inappropriate, like sex, even though it's, such as sex, death, and the Holocaust. Grandpa's limp, or that father was buried before. Some families have rules restricting the expressions of anger, embarrassment, or crying. We all know that. Okay, so all this gets bottled up in you men, okay? And that's why you men are suffering. You need a hobby, bro. You need something to distract you from regular life where you don't have a girl, bro, okay? Just trying to be helpful, all right? When feelings can't be expressed, children learn self-control, When feeling cannot be expressed, children learn self-control and become overly controlled or controlling adults and contributing to low self-esteem. That's why, fellas, I make this channel, okay? Because you need to be proud to be a man, okay? You're hated anyways. Be proud to be a man, all right? So, arbitrariness and inconsistencies. What is worse than rigid rules and arbitrary and inconsistent rules? Children never know where they'll be punished. Rules that don't make sense are unjust. Rules that don't make sense, are unjust. My bad. This is cruel and breeds learned helplessness and rage that can never be expressed. That's why men are the way they are, fellas. Welcome to the right show, fellas. Okay? Children are in constant fear, walk on eggshells, and feel hopeless, and resentful because of the unpredictability of unfairness. You see, it wasn't fair. Their sense of worth and dignity is violated. They lose respect and trust in their parents and authority in general. That's why I don't have my parents in my life. I wish them well. I wish them the best. I hope they have peace, they have health and love. But I don't put these people in my life. They will never be in my life. Because if you knew what my parents did, you wouldn't be like, oh, how dare he say that about his parents, if you knew. Role confusion. This happens when a parent is emotionally or physically absent or irresponsible, and a child takes on parenting responsibilities or become a companion or a confidant to the other parent. This is frequently the case after a divorce, but also happens in intact families where parents lack intimacy. This is age inappropriate and damaging to the child's psychology, who must now act like a little adult, repressing his or her needs and feelings, and may feel that he or she is betraying the other parent. And that is a bad place to be, people. And men, if you resonate with any of these things, I will put some things here on the video, when I do my editing, to kind of give you some help and pointers to help you. So thank you for being here. This is the end of the video. And if you were part of a dysfunctional family, let me know what unique stressors happened in your life. Like for me, for example, like when my dad wanted to punish me, back in the day, he would take a bag of frijoles, a bag of frijoles that you have to clean and sift through and things like that, old school frijoles, okay? So anyways, he would take a bag like that and open it and throw it on the floor, and he would have me kneel on there for hours. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I went through. Share some of the things that you went through, because you know what, fellas, I'm here for us, men, because the world don't give a shit about us. So we have to give a shit about ourselves, and we have to start standing up for ourselves, and we have to start standing up for our own personal freedoms, because you are a human being, and I will see you in a different video.